Hey, it's Erin. I'm back. What's up? I'm back with another video. If you guys didn't catch my Mockingjay Trail talk, it's up on my channel right now. But today, we are going to talk about the second book in the Darkest Mind series, Never Fade, by Alexandra Bracken. I know I read this book a few weeks ago, and this book only came out a couple years ago, but it was so good, I had to talk about it, and now I am. We're going to go over every aspect of the book. My other Darkest Minds book talk is up on my channel if you want to check that out. So, let's get started. The first book, The Darkest Minds, the ending was very good. It left you in suspense, and I was looking forward to the next one because it was like, ugh, need to read more. What's gonna happen in the next book? This book in like January last year, and then I didn't pick up this book like May. So it's been like months since I've read these two books, but these books together are fantastic books. I recommend you read them if you like a dystopian, if you like adventure, if you like road trips, and you like people with abilities and amazing stuff like that. You are going to love these books, so I suggest you pick these up. I haven't read the last book yet, but I will get to it soon, and I'll be doing a book talk on that one as well. So let's just focus on this book. So if you haven't read these books, and if you haven't read this book, I suggest you pick it up and then come back here and check out my chat, because I will spoil you. Go read this book, or read this book, or read them together, watch my videos, and then come back. Bye! Bye, people who haven't read the books! Bye! Okay, so, Never Fade. I said before in the book, I loved it. It was a fantastic read. In my opinion, I liked the first book better, but it was still good. I look forward to reading every night, and every time I put down the book, I'm like, oh, I want to read, which I have with every other book that I've read. The book opens up, and is Prisoner 27. I actually originally thought it was like a training thing, and they were training, but it turns out they were on an op. I was just so confused the first chapter, but the author, Alexandra Bracken, jumped right into the mission, and it didn't give any background of what the League is, and what was going on with everything. Then, the end of the first chapter, they get this Prisoner 27, and he's blonde hair. Liam, he's gonna show up in this book. I know it was a little too soon because she left him behind. Maybe he found her. It turns out it's Cole, Liam's brother, and we heard about him briefly in the last book, and they don't have a good relationship. Brother on brother relationship. But it's Cole. I love Cole. He's like my favorite character. And then in the next chapter, we get a gist of what the League is. It's set in California. She flew to California from Maryland with Kate, and she explains the League, and then we got these whole new characters that we meet when we first open up, and they go on ops and they save people, and they're trying to use their abilities. Yet more characters. I mentioned Cole before. He's Liam's brother, his older brother. And we get Vita, which I love Vita. She's so cool. I hated her in the beginning, but now I love her. She has no filter. She's amazing, and at first she hates Ruby, but then as we get more into the book, we see that she cares about Ruby and she's going to help her, and she starts having these bonds with other characters, which I loved. Who ships Chubbs and Vita? I do. I think they should get together and hook up. I was waiting in the book. I'm like, come on, get together. Get together. But that ship has not sailed yet, unless you guys read the last book, and they did. Then yay! We also got Jude, who is 15. Well, Vita is a blue. And then you got Jude, who's a yellow. I love how Vita kept calling him Judith, and I was laughing at everything Vita said. Jude was so cute. I loved him. Cute kid. He felt like a brother to like Ruby, and Ruby cared about him. And then when he died at the end, I was just like, no! Do not die! I cried. I was like, no! 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 Do not die! Please! We learn about the head of the League. His name is Alaban. He helps people. You don't get much character development from him, in my opinion. Like, we could have seen more of him. He was talking to Cole and Ruby about Flash Drive. We first see him when they bring Cole in so she can interrogate him because of what happened. She went into his memories, which was a little bit of Liam in there, so there we got a little speech of Liam in the beginning, but he's a little kid in Kel's mind. I liked it when we went in his head. I love it when Ruby goes into someone's memories. That's my favorite part of the books, because we get a gist of what their story is. Like in the first book, I didn't mean to, and she was learning about her abilities, and she just went to Zoo's head, and they were escaping the camp. That was cool. I like when she goes into people's head. My favorite part of this book, when she went to Cole's head. Here's a spoiler for all of you people who have not read the book, and if you did not read the book and you're still watching this chat, joke's on you because I'm gonna spoil you anyway. Cole is a red. Like, what? What? Did not see that come? Because Liam's a blue, and you thought that because Liam's a blue, Cole's gonna be a blue. But Cole is a freaking red. His arm on fire. Really met reds because Ruby and I think Clancy are both oranges, so they don't have that kind of power. They're amazing compared to the yellows. Jude and like Zoo can both make things explode with their abilities, but Cole, it's amazing. I was like shocked by Cole's power. And then we got Nico. Nico was an okay character to me. He's a green and he is like a computer nerd. I liked how he went to the computer and he looked up things and he could hack into things, and you see that video footage of Cole and the flash drive and then go to Boston and then at the end we find out he's working for Clancy. Didn't see that coming. Like that, to me that was a major plot twist. Like I didn't. I was very shocked by that. I was like, what? He's working for Clancy? I took a minute and I put down the book. I'm like, what? 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 Maybe I should have seen it coming but I didn't. Now thinking it back, I did not see it coming. And we also see the old characters. So we get more in depth about these characters. Like we get Kate, and I like Kate a little bit. Like in the first book, I kind of hated her because she wanted Ruby, and they were kind of after her. And I'm not gonna get started on Rob because I have a whole rant going for that guy. Kate is kind of a good person in this book. She's trying to help Ruby, which I understand. And I thought she was a very fantastic character, and I just felt bad that she never really showed up that much at the end. Kate was more motherly, I think, in this book, and she cares about Ruby and tried to take care of her. I don't see much of Kate, and if we do, she's on the chatter, but I liked Kate. I thought she redeemed herself in this book for me, and I liked her more in this book than I did in the last book. We get back to the old characters. Let's go there. Rob. I hate that guy. Oh, he's so evil. And he's working with that guy, like, what's his name? Jarvin, and that's another new character. And they wanted to get rid of the kids and then keep the kids in the camps. F you, Rob. I hate Rob so much. After Ruby got, like, stabbed, he was gonna take her back to the camp. You know what? I'm glad that Rob died, because he deserved it. And I got confused in the book where she said, like, she hears a voice and she thinks that Rob's coming back for her, but he was dead anyway. She was just being paranoid and thinking he really didn't die. He is obviously dead. He put the muzzle over Ruby's face and was gonna bring her back to the camps. Like, dude, seriously? Like, you need her. And gang came back and saved her, and then Liam was there, and then Rob died, was like one of the best parts of the book. Thank God he's dead. Let me get Clancy. Confession time. I love Clancy Gray, okay? Blame me, but I love him. He is my bae. I think he's hot, okay? I love him. I don't want to curse here, but is he a little bit of an asshole? Yes, he is. Seeing him at the end showing up, I said, is he ever going to show up in this book? Is he ever going to come into play and be like, yo, what's up? Really liked that part where he showed up and I don't know. And for a while, did I ship Clancy and Ruby? Little bit after the first book. But this one, not so much, because there wasn't much flirting going around. Well, maybe a little bit. I like Clancy showing up. I think he was more towards the end of the book than the first book. And going at gunpoint on that plane, I'm like, yeah! But I don't want him shot. I don't want him dead, to be honest. I do not want him shot. I'm sorry. I have to say it. He's probably going to wind up dying in the next book. But you know what? I don't want him dead. Then we see President Gray. I heard his voice in the first book, but in the second book, we see him in physical form on TV, and he gets assassinated. That's like the only time we ever see him, but he's Nancy's dad. We get a little bit of him He gets assassinated. He lives. Big shocker there. He's wearing protective padding underneath, and I actually thought, I was convinced he was gonna die, people. I thought he was gonna die, but he didn't. There wasn't really much from him that we saw in the book, but he was there, and we saw him. Another new character that I have to go back to, Knox. Effed up sick kid, okay? He's like, hi, I'm the fake Slip Kid. I'm gonna make my fake East River. Taking their coats and, like, forcing them to work and not eat, and who does that? Girl on his lap, and he's creepy. Oh, and this is the person that likes Clancy. Come on. Clancy is hot compared to this guy. This guy, I picture him so ugly and ew. I think he had like a hot for Rita for some odd reason. He was watching her walk, and I was like, ew. I felt bad for Rita there. No, never. So then they go to Boston to go on this op to get this flash drive. Because he had the flash drive, and they have to go find Liam because it was in his jacket and it got misplaced. So they go to Boston. She gets stabbed. A lot of things happen there. We see Chubbs. Chubbs comes back. I was just like, oh my god, I loved him. I loved him more in this book than the last book. And his comebacks with Vita, hilarious. I loved Chubbs so much in this book. We don't see much of Zoo. We mentioned her a little bit in this book, but we never see her at all. I hope we get to see more of her in the last book, because I missed that little kid, and she was cute. And they go to Boston, stuff happens, we get Liam back, and we find him in the tent at East River, and he's sick, and I did not see that coming, and I was, because when I first went to this first East River thing, I thought Clancy was going to be there, because they were talking about the Slip Kid, but it was Knox, and I'm like, ugh! I wanted it to be Clancy, because I wanted to see more of him, but then we did at the end at the dairy barn, so it's okay. But we see Liam in the tent, and he was sick, and I was just like, please get better, don't die, and he's fine, he lived, but he didn't have his memories of Ruby because she erased his memory. But then the kiss happens, and then he's like, I'm trying, I can't hate you, there's some reason why I can't, but I don't remember you, and I love you. And long story short, they kiss, and he finally gets his memory back, and he remembers everything, but he still doesn't like the fact that Ruby's in the league, because he's against the league, because he was in the league, and he didn't like the way that they were doing things, and there's a lot of things that happened in this book that I cannot sum up in one video. They go back to the league eventually with, like, Clancy, and they're going through the tunnels, and they're like, oh good, and, like, they go to Kate, and they're like, oh yeah, we got Clancy and stuff. My favorite's like, Kate, what are you doing? And then Ruby's like, locking Clancy Gray in the closet. And Kate's like, let me get my keys. And then she's about to lock him in the closet. That was, like, really funny. Actually, you think everything's good. Like, saved everybody. Woo! It's like a big party. It's a big powwow. We still have a lot of book left, so stuff's just gonna happen. So, basically, what happens is there's a bombing, and gets assassinated, and then the children's week goes kaboom. And then the sad part happens, and at the end, like, we think that everybody's safe, and then they're like, push Jude, and they send Liam and Chubbs into the things alone, and Ruby should have went with them, and we're thinking they were gonna die, and they were gonna come back with Jude, everything's gonna be all happy, but no. Just then Clancy shows up, and he comes through the storm drain, end of this book. Okay, so basically, his mother developed the cure. I guess she was the good one in the family. Clancy killed his mother because she developed the cure, and then he destroyed the cure because he wants to keep his abilities. Like, I mean, seriously? Come on! I mean, these people have a chance to get better because, you know, IAAN disease just destroyed their abilities, and now you just want everybody to die in all these camps to just stay where they are, and all these kids being punished because of it? Everybody a cure! But still, don't do that! Come on! Clancy! All in all, this was a great book. I like the road trip aspect, everything with the whole abilities and the whole finding out about the new characters and learning about Cole. My favorite part is probably the Ruby Cole shower scene, which I didn't go over, but they were really good funny scene I liked. Locking Clancy Gray in the closet, and I liked when she goes into people's heads. Looking forward to in the next book is maybe we get a bit of Zoo, because I didn't see her read her in the book, but she wasn't there. Seeing more of Clancy, if he'll live or he'll die. I want to see him live. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, people. I want to see him live, but and something tells me he's not going to live through the next book. Hope we get more of a road trip aspect and going on the road. I love those scenes, and I'm looking forward to Ruby going into more people's heads, new characters, new storyline, a continuation about the research. What's going to happen with the research? Are we going to get a cure? I don't know. I will be filming another video soon. I was thinking about filming a Shatter Me book talk. If you guys want to see that, I will do it. Thinking about it because I like that book a lot. So maybe I'll do a book talk on that. I have to see how things go because school's starting soon, so I'm not going to really have time to film videos. My video, I will have another one up soon, and I will see you guys later. Bye!